Hello everyone, and welcome back to Everyday Husband Quotes, the channel for marriage advice, marriage entertainment, and everything else marriage. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we're going to talk about First Lady Shaunie Henderson facing backlash from social media about the new season of Basketball Wives Orlando and LA, and how she will use her role as First Lady to be a peacemaker, to be a queen of hospitality, and will be shifting the ladies out of trauma this season. And woo child, sounds like a whole lot of pressure for just the First Lady. Now, Shaunie is a pastor's wife now, and if you don't know, Shaunie has been married to a pastor since 2022 named Pastor Keion Henderson. Pastor Keion's church's congregation, Lighthouse Ministries, seems to have welcomed Shaunie with her flaws and all. Even Bishop T.D. Jakes, who's like a father figure in Pastor Keion's life, has approved of Shaunie because he married them back in 2022.
The type of regret I would have,
oh God,
if this woman is absent in my life.
Oh God.
So that regret is my boundary.
That's wonderful.
I could not handle that regret.
That's wonderful.
And that's my boundary. And that comes, listen, that doesn't come from sanctification, it comes from experience. It ain't because I got the whole Bible memorized. It's because I know what regret feels like.
Yeah.
And it is a cost too painful to bear. The reason this woman is sitting on my left now is not because she's beautiful, because I think she's beautiful, and not because she's smart and I think she's intelligent. I remember when I got a divorce and I thought I would never be in front of a room like this again. And I laid in my bed depressed about what I thought the church was going to do to me. And she rubbed my head until my hair started to grow back. Until I felt strength again. Until I felt like if I just have the audience of one,
Yeah.
it's better than the audience of thousands. And I never will forget, her dad counseled us. And I was low on myself because I was the pastor that went through divorce and so I was low on myself. And he said something that snapped me out of it. He looked at her, everybody know who her husband used to be. He said, now this is my son. And he said, I don't want to see him go through hurt anymore. And he looked at her and said, and don't forget, he's Shaq in his world. I said, you're right. You're right. I forgot. Because you got to have somebody outside of you to remind you about who you were before you went down. And I heard his language in her. And when we did counseling, your dad will tell you this, we were up there for 6 hours and 5 of it was them talking. It was them talking. And her father was dying, and he was translating to her what her father meant when he was trying to get closer to her. He looked at her and said, your dad's leaving. See, those kinds of things brought us together.
Yes.
Those kinds of things made me feel like I can trust this woman, because you ain't never heard about it, about the shape I was in when she met me, and you won't hear about it because this is my dog.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's why I feel we have a bond, and that regret of losing that, because I never had it. And losing that is too big of a cost for me.
Now, Pastor Keion Henderson says that he is a supportive husband of his wife, Shaunie Henderson, being part of the VH1's Basketball Wives franchise, because once you get the opportunity to know the person that everybody else thinks they know, he says, then you become more comfortable with your decision and you have the intel and everybody else has the opinion. So once I got a chance to know who she was, that she was a reality TV star that was headed to a different level, and she's not on the show. She owns the show, he says, and that's the difference. She's not the talent, but she is the executive producer. And so before I continue on in this video, I gotta stop here and be transparent and say that Shaunie is on the new season of Basketball Wives LA. She is in the previews. Shaunie is on the show. And they describe Shaunie as being the peacemaker, being the queen of hospitality, and also being the person who will shift this cast this season out of trauma. And I think for most people, this is just a hot topic because Shaunie is a pastor's wife now. Now, someone wrote on her Instagram by saying, wait, is the pastor's wife back in this? What a wow. Someone else wrote, child, go on. You can't erase a part of someone's life or any precious moments, and y'all think God is pleased with this level of judgment. A pastor's wife can't be a CEO and executive producer. It's her show. She has the rights to it, and she isn't being nasty toxic. She is interviewing her friends. And I agree with this comment that Shaunie is interviewing her friends, but her name is forever tied in with the show, and it is associated with Black women fighting, backbiting, and that is hard to watch. And people are judging by saying that she is a pastor's wife now, and the show should not be on air because people would do anything for $1. Woo! Not $1, honey. Now, another thing we don't know about Shaunie is she was raised by parents who were married for 52 years, y'all. She was the secretary for her pastor at the church that she once attended. Shaunie's mom was the ministry of music, and so she does have a church foundation, and her husband, Pastor Keion, says once he found that out about Shaunie, he was able to digest the opinions of social media because he now knows the person.
I don't know how to be anything but. And it's interesting now. I realize at this point in life that even though I did TV since 2010, people don't really know me. You know, I did not share who I was and how I was molded into the person that I am now. So, you know, everything somebody thinks is pretty much just a perspective of a few minutes of TV time.
So before I wrap up this video, what you represent is what you stand for. The Bible says that you have to stand for something or you will fall for anything. So y'all, those are my thoughts. Leave yours in the comment section of this video. As always, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.